Open All Hours, a beloved British sitcom that aired from 1973 to 1985, has left an indelible mark on TV history with its charming portrayal of a corner shop run by the miserly Arkwright and his assistant Granville. Over the years, the show has been cherished for its witty humor and memorable characters. However, as time has passed, many of the talented actors who brought these characters to life have passed away. This tribute reflects on the lives and careers of 26 Open All Hours actors who have passed away, celebrating their contribution to this classic series and the lasting legacy they left behind in the world of entertainment. Tom Maynard in the sitcom he plays Cyril. In 1982, when he was in the sitcom, he was 64 and sadly passed away on November 2nd, 1989 at 71.
I'll bet loads of people have flecks in their eyes.
Oh, they do, of course they do, yes. Well, when they get a billiard deficiency.
Billiard.
Graham Armitage in the sitcom he plays Man. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 40 years old and sadly passed away on March 6, 1999 at 62.
Oh, I've had it all day long. It started with the widow. There she was, poor woman. She was holding the hand of her.
Michael Radford in the sitcom he played Southerner. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 33 and sadly he passed away on July 29, 2022 at 79.
Do a shelf full of puff pastry. What can you do with them at that age, eh?
Our Eileen school married one of them sociology graduates.
Oh, but perhaps we'll...
Barbara Keogh in the sitcom she played Mrs. Alice. In 1976, when she was in the sitcom, she was 47 and sadly she passed away on October 25, 2005 at 76.
Vera, love, is there any more news about your... I'm still waiting for a bed.
Linda Barron in the sitcom he plays Nurse Gladys Emanuel. In 1976, when she was in the sitcom, she was 37 and sadly she passed away on March 5, 2022 at 82.
The new mobile Arkwright.
Yes, can I come to invite you for a nocturnal spin?
A spin? If you're taking me out, you're taking me out.
Juliette Cook in the sitcom she plays Eva. In 1976, when she was in the sitcom, she was 40 years old and sadly she passed away in 1982 at 46.
Everybody keeps telling me he's drinking himself to death, but I've come to the conclusion they're just trying to cheer me up.
Alan Starkey in the sitcom he played Thorndike. In 1982, when he was in the sitcom, he was 51 and sadly passed away on November 3, 2003 at 72.
I suppose that's true, and I've always got my head in a book.
Yeah.
I think that with a proper schooling, I could be even more important than I am now.
Brian Peck in the sitcom he plays Customer. In 1981, when he was in the sitcom, he was 51 and sadly he passed away on April 3, 2021 at 90 years old.
Take your time, have a wander around the store, sir.
No, I'm not worth your bother, Mr. Arkwright. You've only left me enough money for me bus fare.
Oh, in the old days I'd have had that.
Peter Wallace in the sitcom he played Winston. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 50 years old and sadly passed away on May 23, 2008 at 82.
We built a cocktail cabinet.
Have you told her you're a mechanical idiot?
She won't listen. You know she wanted me to do on our honeymoon?
Now you're not...
Donald Morley in the sitcom he played Man Looking for Directions. In 1982, when he was in the sitcom, he was 59 and sadly he passed away on May 22, 1999 at 75.
Directions,
Sell me?
You are not from these parts, I take it.
Ah, just here on business, actually.
Ah, aren't we all, you see? In that case, you will...
Bert Gaunt in the sitcom he played Bert. In 1982, when he was in the sitcom, he was 57 and sadly passed away on December 15, 2002 at 76.
Mind would leave a lawnmower in here.
It was in here.
What, an old mower?
I walked through that door and... woof!
Jean Haywood in the sitcom she plays Vera. In 1976, when she was in the sitcom, she was 55 and sadly she passed away on September 14, 2019 at 98.
He'd have done it and all of his clothesline hadn't broke.
Well, you see, that's the trouble. They will be purchased from these supermarkets, won't they? Now, if he'd bought that, you see, that...
Claire Kelly in the sitcom she played Mrs. Braddock. In 1976, when she was in the sitcom, she was 54, and sadly she passed away on February 18, 2001, at 78.
Arkwright?
Well, when you're running a business like this, man, making a success of it, you have to have a bit of flair, you know.
Oh, and you have been successful, Mr. Arkwright. You've got a very sound little business here.
Ronnie Barker in the sitcom he played Albert Arkwright. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 47, and sadly he passed away on October 3, 2005, at 76.
I mean, her mother was just the same, you know. During the war, I had to admonish her in front of the entire street when I was an air raid warden. She was showing a couple of chicks in her upper...
Frances Cox in the sitcom she played Mrs. Parslow. In 1981, when she was in the sitcom, she was 68, and sadly she passed away on August 27, 2002, at 89.
Earth, Mrs. Parslow, than I dreamt of in your back parlour. Would you serve this lady, please, at once?
I'll have half a dozen pikelets.
And then now let me show...
Ambrose James in the sitcom he plays Eli Bickerdike. In 1981, when he was in the sitcom, he was 53, and sadly he passed away on February 5, 1989, at 60 years old.
Arkwright. Yeah, morning, Bickerdike. How's shopkeeping?
Oh, there's no money about.
Enough for a new suit, apparently. You did ask me to call.
Oh, yes.
Patsy Smart in the sitcom she played Mrs. Fielding. In 1981, when she was in the sitcom, she was 63, and sadly she passed away on February 6, 1996, at 77.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do it that way round. You're all right.
Have you seen me, them Arthur? Just...
Janet Davies in the sitcom she played Mrs. Blake. In 1982, when she was in the sitcom, she was 55, and sadly she passed away on September 22, 1986, at 59.
Be offended? I'm only repeating what I've heard.
No, go on. I shan't be offended.
I want you to know that I never believed it personally, but...
Michael Bilton in the sitcom he played Hypnotist. In 1981, when he was in the sitcom, he was 61, and sadly passed away on November 5, 1993, at 73.
Once more. Of what use now is a crutch? Beginning to wonder myself.
Teddy Turner in the sitcom he played Gordon Stackpole. In 1981, when he was in the sitcom, he was 64, and sadly he passed away on August 29, 1992, at 75.
He's not a German. He's one of those unpronounceable backward mob where no tourist ever goes twice.
Oh, well, Welsh, is he?
Oscar Kwiatek in the sitcom he plays Hungarian. In 1981, when he was in the sitcom, he was 55, and sadly passed away on December 31, 2023, at 97.
It's the Gulf Stream, of course.
But you are many miles from the sea.
Oh, yes, but the canal's only 2 streets away, you know. It gets very humid round there on a cry.
Joe Belcher in the sitcom he plays Shop Fitter. In 1985, when he was in the sitcom, he was 57, and sadly passed away on August 16, 2006, at 78.
Form this place, it'll be like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Which part of the scheme were you interested in?
Well, I'm going to go for a whole new...
John McKelvey in the sitcom he played Hard of Hearing Man. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 60 years old, and sadly passed away on April 27, 1998, at 81.
Apples?
Pardon?
Apples.
I'm sorry, but I could have sworn you said...
Gracie Staff in the sitcom she plays Mrs. Blewett. In 1976, when she was in the sitcom, she was 48, and sadly she passed away on December 13, 2008, at 80 years old.
Her at 85 said she's heard 'em playing Scrabble till gone midnight.
Reginald Barrett in the sitcom he played Mr. Wilkinson. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 56, and sadly he passed away on June 10, 1977, at 57.
I do, Mr. Wilkinson, I do.
I'll have 2 ounces of licorice torpedoes. They'll take your mind away from eggs.
John Chalice in the sitcom he played Brad Mann. In 1976, when he was in the sitcom, he was 34, and sadly he passed away on September 17, 2021, at 79.
You know, I nearly had a nasty shunt in Loxton.
Oh, did you? Don't tell me you had to swerve to avoid her at the cake shops, husband.
I'm not like that, Mr. Arkwright.
Get off, you drunk.
What do you think when 26 actors from the sitcom Open All Hours sadly passed away? And who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to wait for my next videos. Thank you.